Welcome to another episode of On the Road Again. Today we're travelling towards the Gemfields of Sapphire and Rubyvale. We'll start in the southwestern Queensland town of Springsure. As usual, I made my way to the information centre, which doubles as a museum. They have some interesting exhibits, including this old movie projector. I was also interested in the Indigenous history of the area and was given the number for Darryl Black. Darryl is a local elder who painted many of these images. He'll happily tell you the history of the netmen, as well as show you many great artefacts. These include some quite beautiful stone tools, and you can see how they were made, and he'll show you how they were used. I strongly recommend that any visitor to Springsure get in touch with Darryl, an intelligent and informative guide. My early departure from Springsure saw me soon arriving near the Lions Park. This is a popular stop for many campers and RVers in the shadow of a quite amazing mountain escarpment. A few kilometres further north is one of the best views I've seen in outback Australia. On my arrival in the Gemfields, I made my way to Rubyvale. There's a walk-in mine here, as well as some other attractions. There are numerous jewellers and jewellery stores throughout the Gemfields. If you or the kids don't feel like digging, you can buy wash in many places. Most caravan parks have Willoughbys and other tools, so you can sort your wash there or take it home. And that Australian tradition of odd sculptures are here and there. While I was there was a market in Rubyvale on the Saturday and in Sapphire on the Sunday. Plenty of bits and pieces, as well as gems and other things to purchase. A number of stalls had a variety of lapidary tools as well. Most of the stalls seem to be run by locals and local miners. There's a lot more than just sapphires, petrified wood, all kinds of things. Many areas in the Gemfields are unfenced and you'll find cattle wandering, sometimes on the road. We had more than a little rain while I was in Sapphire. That rain caused more than a little erosion in some old diggings, so I went out and thought I'd try my luck. So I collected some spoils from areas that were apparently mined during the 60s and 70s, just to see if I found anything. There was quite a lot of ground to cover, so I collected bits from a few different places. I was staying in the Gemini camp area, a small privately owned caravan park a couple of kilometres out of the main part of Sapphire. And after some initial training from Martin, the very helpful owner, I did my first experiments with using a Willoughby. There are more than a few tricks to using a Willoughby. The Gemini Park, like most of the parks in the area, have Willoughbys and other devices for helping you to sort out what you find. The Willoughby is a pretty simple device. It's a sprung lever and it allows you to put your sifting pans into a bucket of water, and then you just push the lever up and down, and that starts to clear away the dirt and muck. Similarly to if you're panning in a creek, you have two sieves. You have your fine at the bottom and the larger one at the top. The real trick to using the Willoughby, it seems, is to get the right rhythm going so that the rocks are singing. When the rocks are singing like that, it means that they're cleaning each other, getting rid of any other dirt and stuff on them. Even though my main goal, of course, was to find some sapphires, I was also collecting other rocks that I found interesting and that I can use when I get home to tumble. The other part of getting the rhythm right is creating a wave action volcano in the middle of the sieve. It creates a way so that the heavies go to the centre and then hopefully drop to the bottom. Looks like the initial miners here did a pretty good job. Even with a few buckets full of stuff, I hardly ended up with anything. On the other hand, I did get to see some wildlife I'd never seen before. These Brolgas used to wander through the camp once or twice a day. This couple seem to know where to go to find some food. The little grunting noise they make is quite interesting as well. There is quite a variety of bird life in the Gemfields, and even though I didn't find any sapphires on this expedition, I did find some interesting rocks and also managed to see one of my favourite birds in the outback, the apostle bird. These little guys wander around in groups and have quite an interesting bird history. Usually there's one breeding pair and the other members of the group help to bring up the babies. Always remember, the journey is more important than the destination. I hope you've enjoyed this little sojourn to the Gemfields in Queensland. If you did, please remember to like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.